If you knew me, you'll know that I'm obsessed with tea. Obsessed enough to like spray it on myself like a fragrance and wear it all day. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Ashima, your half-time scientist and a full-time poet in the world of luxury fragrances. Today, I want to talk to you about a fragrance that I bought about a month ago, and I can't for the life of me figure out why does it not get the recognition that it deserves? Why is it not as popular as some of its cousins and brothers and sisters like the Anis and the Hachiwats and the 100 Silent Ways of the world? We're talking about Nishane's Wulong Cha. This is a tea-based fragrance. Like I said, I bought it about a month or so ago, and I think that's enough time to make up one's mind about whether you like it or not. And right at the outset, I like it. Because I genuinely want to decode what is it that is keeping it from getting its moment in the sun. So let's do it together. This is Nishane's Wulong Cha. Like I said, I've worn it, but it's always good to like spray it on, refresh the memory a little bit before we start talking about it. Okay, so the moment Wulong Cha hits your skin, you are greeted with a flood of naturalness, and in the best way possible. It's a burst of citrus. There's bergamot, there's orange, and it's a very specific spatial reference of Asia. It's probably where the oils for this particular fragrance was sourced from, but it almost immediately transports you. Once the citrus, and that very sharp citrus, by the way, it's sharp, it's not sweet, it's almost bitter, but fresh nonetheless. It starts lifting off is when you start seeing a very astute, bold, recognizable green tea fragrance, right? And that note, it's kind of mixed with nutmeg to give you that very beautifully brewed oolong tea flavor. Like imagine you were holding a cup of oolong tea in your hand and the vapors that kind of lift from it is exactly what's lifting from my skin right now. And it's gorgeous. Now the dry down, right? And the base notes. Now that, in my opinion, is where things get contentious. Because for a fragrance that is so green and it's so citrusy and so effervescent, it has a very obvious and overt dry down of musk, right? And musk is a fragrance we all know that's a note that has a little bit of a love-hate. And it is, the thing is that it's not that the overt greenness, the teeness leaves you. It stays, but it becomes a supporting act. Musk goes center forward for the majority part of the day that you're wearing the fragrance. Now that is where that becomes the decision maker, right? So your friendliness and your openness towards musk will become the decision maker in whether you like the way that this fragrance ages on you or not. As far as longevity is concerned, honestly, I think it's quite good for a lighter fragrance. Like, for example, yesterday, I was wearing it in the morning and then I went in the evening to a yoga class and I could still smell it on me after like an hour of hot yoga. And that's not bad at all, right? For a fragrance which is supposed to be light in its character. It's definitely not one of those Nishanes, which is like a placard in the room, but it will definitely tell you through the day that it exists in the most beautiful way. So it's subtle, but it is extremely there through the day. The other good thing about this is that it's very versatile. It's a very medium fragrance, yeah? So like, it's not just day or night because of the musk, it kind of beautifully transcends. There is no gender leaning either. So it's something that if you enjoy a fresh fragrance, if you enjoy a tea-based fragrance, you could wear regardless. So I personally feel from all of those perspectives, it really is very, very good bang for your buck. You could wear it through the year, you could wear it any time of the day. It's a great work fragrance as well. So honestly, I don't understand why does it not get the recognition and the popularity that a lot of the other Nishanes do. As far as I'm concerned, I'm very happy with my purchase. So if you wanted to go by my recommendation, barring that one watch out of the musk, which I genuinely, it's one of those very subjective, skin subjective things. I would recommend getting a tester, putting it on your skin and letting the musk age to see how you feel about it before you go ahead and invest in a bottle. Otherwise, if you're looking for a tea fragrance that's complex, it's developed, this is definitely a good one. And I genuinely think that it's gained a fan in me. With that, that's all about Wulong Cha, but I would, I love hearing from you. Let me know any other fragrances you want me to talk about. Absolutely any other thoughts you have about this fragrance or any other fragrance from Nishane. And one tiny request before we end the video. As a starting creator, it is always super encouraging if you could like and subscribe to the channel. It makes it just that much more easier for my videos to reach your feed and for me to be able to hear from you. Till then, until the next video, stay cool.